Hello everybody, welcome back to That Guy Nick with another That Guy Nick Reviews movies. That's a terrible title and I would definitely change it sooner or later. Anyways, I just got back from seeing the new Dreamworks animated movie, The Bad Guys. I haven't seen well, I don't even remember the last time I saw an animated movie by Dreamworks in theaters. It's been a while. So when I saw the trailer for The Bad Guys, I wasn't initially going to see it. It did take me a second. It wasn't until I saw the trailer for the sixth time in theaters, I finally went, screw it, I'll go see it, because why not? Because the one thing that intrigued me about the movie was the cast and the animation. So obviously I went to go see the movie today, and completely blown away. I use that way too much, but I was. I think the best part of the movie for me, well, I mean, there's other great parts, but one thing that really stood out for me was the animation. I think the animation is absolutely beautiful. It's just the way everything looked was so good, and it looked so real. It looked so realistic, and it looked so cartoonish and everything, and it was all a great blend and mixed together. And for example, Wolf. I loved his character model. He looked so good, and Snake and Shark and Web and Piranha, they all looked fantastic. Even the human characters did too. Everyone looked really good, and I just loved the animation and how fluid it is and how fast it is and how kind of not stop motion, but kind of like a little bit like stop motion, just a tiny bit. But only in certain scenes though, just for like a little style. Especially during the action scenes and the car chase scenes, which were some of the car chase scenes were some of the best parts of the movie. I absolutely loved those scenes, and the animation was just outstanding in this movie. And it's one of the best animated movies I've seen well, it's not one of the best. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, it's one of the some of the best animation I've seen in movies. Obviously, there's a lot of great animation, but like I said, this is one of the best, and this is definitely up there as some great, beautiful animation. Next, of course, like I said earlier, was the cast of characters. So we have, of course, Sam Rockwell, who voices the Wolf. We have Mark Maron, who voices Mr. Snake, Aquafina, who voices the Web, and Craig Robinson, who voices Shark, and Anthony Ramos, who voices Piranha. These are the main bad guys, these are the main characters, and I loved every single one of them. Of course, Sam Rockwell as the Wolf was, of course, the standout of the movie. Everyone's a main character, but he's kind of the one that kind of narrates a little bit, and I absolutely loved him. Sam Rockwell was the perfect choice for this character. I don't know anyone else who could have voiced this guy, because Wolf is very, smart, and he's got I don't like use the word, but he's got that swag to him. He's got that certain tone in his voice that makes that's just smooth and nice. And Sam Rockwell is one of those actors and has one of those voices that can really pull you in, and that's what the Wolf is. Wolf is one of those characters. And oh my god, I absolutely loved Wolf. He was just great. Snake, voiced by Mark Maron, was fantastic. The two friendship that we see throughout this movie is Wolf and Snake, and I really loved the relationship in this movie. And Snake's just absolutely hilarious. We've seen in the trailer. There's the guinea pig scene, and I was just laughing that whole time. And Snake just makes me laugh. Aquafina was pretty solid as Web or Mrs. Tarantula. But she doesn't get referred to that, but that's what it says on Letterboxd, so I'm just going to go with it as Web, because that's what they call her in the movie. Web was great. I thought she was really funny, too. Craig Robinson. I love Craig Robinson so much. He's one of my favorite comedians and favorite actors. So when I didn't recognize his voice originally in the trailers, so when I saw that he was voicing him, I kind of listened to it again. I went, oh wow, that is Craig Robinson. So hearing him in this movie was hilarious, and he plays Shark, and Shark's as he's described as the distraction, and there's a lot of scenes where he does do some distractions, and it does make me laugh. Anthony Ramos is the Piranha, and Piranha's absolutely insane. His whole thing is that he's crazy because he's a piranha, and it works well for the movie. I think he has a lot of good moments, and he's really funny. There are a few other characters that are pretty good. There is Richard Ayoade, who voices Professor Marmalade, who's the guinea pig we see in the movie. Zazie Beetz, of course, is Diane Foxington, who was, well, I don't think they revealed it in the trailer, so I'm not going to reveal anything. But she was great, and so was Professor Marmalade in the movie. Both voice actors are both great, so I enjoyed both of them in this movie. It's pretty much it for the characters. I love the characters. I think they're all their dynamic kind of work together very well. Next to the comedy. The comedy was actually very solid in this movie. I was laughing pretty hard, specifically for one scene. Again, I'm not gonna say which, but I was laughing pretty hard at one scene where I kind of had to like cover my mouth. I went shit, because it caught me off guard, and I thought that was really funny. I mean, there was some. It's a kids movie, and there are some. Well, it's a Dreamworks movie. It's not really a kids movie. It's an animated movie that's can be watched by anyone at any age. Honestly, obviously it's not gonna be everyone's cup of tea, but you know you can enjoy it at any age. And I enjoyed it at the age of 19. So it just shows how my taste of movies is. It's all over the place, but I think that's what makes me be able to enjoy these type of movies specifically. So speaking of that, there was some, of course, fart jokes. Again, they don't get me, so I think there was one part where it was used in the context of the movie, and I was kind of like, alright, that's not bad. But everything else was kind of like, eh. And they didn't use it a lot, which I was very happy about. And I'm glad that at least they don't. I'm glad that the movie didn't do it a lot, because a lot of animated kids movies. I don't know why I'm saying kids. A lot of animated movies, mainly that's targeted towards kids, likes to use the fart joke as like the go-to for kids. Specifically for the trailers play before the movie, the Paws of Fury. I've seen this trailer twice now. There's a fart joke in the trailer, and I'm like, and the kids were laughing in the theater, and I was like, yeah, kids are gonna laugh at it, but at the same time, you really gotta stoop that low. I mean, you can do better than that. Kids are not very annoying and everything, but still, you can avoid that. You can just steer away from that. But they always go towards the jokes, and it's always never going to be good or great. But the one part in this movie that made me chuckle a tiny bit, and that's pretty much it. But comedy was fine. Writing, I did like the idea of the movie. I do like the writing in the movie, and how it is. There was definitely a lot of predictable stuff that I called out during the trailers, and that was right in the movie. Two big things, two main plot points I called from the start of when I called a while ago. So when it happened, I was kind of like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. And you can really tell that it tries to make you think that's not going to be a predictable plot, but it kind of does in the end. And I think, and obviously sometimes that doesn't matter and sometimes that does. This movie kind of does and doesn't. I think the journey to getting to the end of the movie was great and fun and hilarious. Not a lot of moments I was kind of like, on, but I think getting there was great. And those two predictable plot points were kind of like, alright, I caught those, but I think the way they handled it and the way they driven it throughout the story, I still enjoyed. So, at the end of the day, at the end with this whole movie wrapped in one package, I just had a blast. I really had fun with this movie. I was focused on it the entire time. I do feel like towards the middle of the movie it started to drag a little bit, and I was kind of like leaning back, and I was kind of just leaning to the side. I wasn't falling asleep or anything, but I felt my eyelids kind of go a little tight, just like once, and then I kind of like jogged myself. I'm like, oh no, I'm fine, because they picked up the pace again. So the pacing and stuff is definitely a bit off, but I think altogether, I really do think this is a good, fun animated movie that I think anyone can watch and anyone can really enjoy. And those an old couple next to me with the grandkid, and the guy next to me, not next to me, but seat over to me, he was enjoying the movie. He was actually liked it, and at the end he said, he's like, I enjoyed that. It was a fun time. Obviously I overheard it and asked him. But he was an older guy, and he enjoyed the movie. So I think this movie is for everyone. I think anyone can really enjoy it, because I didn't, and that older gentleman did. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to give this movie a score of 7.5 out of 10. I definitely debated on giving it an 8 out of 10, but I kind of went, it doesn't reach that level. I think there's still those predictable plot points and some writing moments that I'm just kind of like, yeah. And again, the dragging. There are some things that I definitely didn't bring that 8, but it's still 7.5, and I still really, really enjoyed this movie, and I still had a lot of fun with it. So I definitely say that you guys should check it out. And that's the end of this video. That's the end of the review. That's all I gotta say about this movie. If you can, like, share, and subscribe. Expect a review tomorrow. Probably it will drop Monday of The Northman, which I will be seeing, and I will also be doing a review of. So for now, that is my review for The Bad Guys. Like I said, if you can, please like, share, and subscribe. Go down below to check out my Letterboxd and my Instagram, which I might have a spoiler review out for the movie. I'm also still working on my review for The Unbelievable Weight of Massive Talent. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.